slithering through the water.
Hello there folks, Andrew Griffiths. Welcome as always to Speaker School videos. I hope you're enjoying the videos that I'm putting together, all designed to help you build your business as a speaker, build your brand as a speaker, build your profile, your skills, everything. Today is a skill one, and I want to share the concept of the importance of serving your audience, not serving your ego when it comes to being a speaker. So what does that really mean? The best way I can perhaps illustrate that is by sharing a story. And it's one I've told at many of my speaker training events, but it was at a conference in Sydney called Filex a few years ago. And I was there talking about empathy, the importance for empathy to an audience of about 200 personal trainers. The chap that was speaking after me was being touted as the grandfather of the fitness industry, and amazing kind of a guy, and there was kind of this hushed reverence with everyone waiting, expectantly for him to kind of come on. So I did my talk, it was all very nice, yay, I got off, this guy comes out and starts chatting, and forgive me, I can't quite recall his name, but he came out, looked the part, and he started talking to these personal trainers, and he was giving them advice on how to grow their personal training business. Now, this guy consults to gym networks in America with thousands of franchisees and amazing kind of a guy. And he started telling these personal trainers to get a business card, put an A-frame out on the lawn when you're training people, put a magnetic sign on the side of your car, have an agenda of themes and promotions. And I'm going, really? Like, this is the best that the grandfather of the fitness industry can offer. It just was so low level and so pedestrian that I was kind of like, oh God. But I was looking around that room, and every single person in that room was writing everything down that he said. Everyone. It was like the most studious kind of classroom you've ever seen. And I kind of, I get it. I get it. Now, this guy finished, standing ovation. I didn't get a standing ovation, right? He finishes, and he comes up to me, and I was sitting off on the sideline, and he introduced himself, and he said, Andrew, thanks, I loved your presentation. You probably are laughing at my presentation. You must have been thinking, oh my God, this is so low level. And I said, you know what? I was for the first few minutes, and then I looked around the room, and then I got it. You came and you put your ego aside. You could have got up there and spent an hour showcasing how awesome and how amazing and rah you are, and I do all this stuff. You came, you put your ego over there, and you gave that room full of 200 personal trainers exactly what they needed. Exactly what they needed. You served your audience, not your ego. And I learnt one of my greatest speaking lessons that I've ever learnt in my life that day, right? Because all too often as speakers, we are trying to impress. We're trying to be clever. We're trying to complicate what should be simple. We're trying to I guess overcome whatever kind of niggly, self-confidence issues we might have. The greatest speakers, I believe now more than ever, they really understand their audience. They have a purpose, and that purpose is to help that audience, to serve that audience, and to serve them at the right level. Now, that might be tough love, that might be to challenge them, that might be whatever it is, but the speaker makes it all about the audience, not about them. Now, I talk about this a lot, and I got to say, I still see way too many speakers that are trying to make it about themselves because of their own ego. If you can be a speaker that regardless of the audience that you're in front of, you're able to customize your presentation to talk at the right level, then honestly, you're going to have such greater impact. You're going to have audiences that get it. Most importantly of all, the whole reason we are speakers is to get people to take action. The more they're going to take action. Your audiences are going to leave and say, oh my God, I saw your presentation. I did every one of those 7 things that you said. That's amazing, changed my life. That's what we want to achieve. That's what makes an extraordinary speaker. Serve your audience, not your ego. Okay, something to ponder. All right, folks, Andrew Griffiths, over and out.